Thank you. I'll show you a more complete version of this in just a second once I weave this in. I gotta weave in this one. But you know, this isn't all of it, but this is where we're at right now with the shawl. Once I weave that last strand in, I'll be able to add in the tassels. Of course, I have to size and trim the tassels first, so that'll be a chore, but now the bordering is done for it. So now comes the boring part, which is measuring the tassels. See if I have something that will help me do that. How do I want to do it? Guess I'll use this. Real scientific method of measuring the string, right? There we go. Center pole. Ooh. Sewing in general, or like embroidery too, if you're still watching. I may mispronounce this, but Janae, oh gosh, Kucharski, 1913. All right, see if this will work. Really? Oh, okay. Well, still, that's fantastic. I can barely sew with the sewing machine. I can sew basic things with a sewing machine, but that's it for me. I think people who can sew with a machine or by hand either, right? It's well above my pay grade. It's fantastic what y'all do. You guys basically design in 3D. I just design in 2D. Let's see if this works. Yeah, crocheting I feel is so much easier to get into than sewing, because for crochet everything is basically the same foundational stitches, just in a different order, different pattern. Well, yeah, I know you say 2D, but you know, you've got to think about how the pockets, I mean, well, I guess crochet is kind of the same when it comes to pockets. Oh gosh, I keep hitting that thing and making a loud noise. But I don't know, I'm really impressed by people who can sew. Oh, there's not. I think that's enough for now. Let's see if this will work. Here goes nothing. Go some green thread for the tassel. Gotta do this with the other colors too. I'll put this to the side for now. My whole family said so. I just got it from them, I think. Like the ability to sew, do they all sew, or do you just mean that they're saying it's impressive? Because either way, it's impressive. I can wind up that end. Oh no, I wound up the wrong thing. Yeah, that's fine. All right, so here's my green for the tests. Now to do this one. And this doesn't need to be precise because I'm going to trim it later. I have a rotary cutter and a cutting mat. So once I get it all attached, I can just trim it to size. So I'm not too concerned about this. This is the, not, I wouldn't say janky, but it's the if it works, don't fix it sort of thing. Let's see. Low effort tassel maker, if you will. Oh, no worries. I know how it is. I do a lot of voice to text, so, and I can't enunciate my words clearly a lot. It's just a me thing, right? So I will occasionally, or rather the text to speak will occasionally do the wrong word. Also, autocorrect doesn't really help either. But that's cool. My grandma knit, and she taught me how to knit when I was a kid. She could never figure out crocheting, so after she passed, I figured I'd give it a shot because I only knew how to do basic knit things. There we go. I keep hitting that thing. But that's cool that your whole family says. I'm the only one in my family that crochets apart from my sister. I taught her how to crochet, and she does really well. She can't see in one of her eyes, so I think she does a really good job at being able to crochet. But obviously some limitations there. So she can't do some of the things I can do, but she does really, really good. But apart from her, I'm the only other one that crochets. Oh, that's plenty. On to the next color. Off to the side. Got, what color is this? This is the only one with a wrapper left. Oh, yeah, sorry, I was reading and putting together your comments. Yeah, my grandma passed. She lived a great long life, though. She passed at, I believe it was 93. So she had a real nice long life on this earth. And yes, my sister, she can't see out of one of her eyes, and she has tunnel vision in the other. So it's like if you closed one of your eyes and then you did this and then put that up to your eye. That's how much my sister can see, and she can still crochet. She also is fluent in American Sign Language, which I think is extremely impressive. But anyway, sorry, bamboo. This one's bamboo. I call it yellow. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I only learned the basic of sign language. My sister was in a medical crisis back in, I wrapped up the wrong one. Back in September of 2022. And that was the only way that she could communicate at the time. So I had to learn yes and no so we could communicate with her. And then I also learned finger spelling so we could communicate while she was on a ventilator. So, but I have forgotten most of it, unfortunately. I know yes and no. That's because my brain has a lot of information stored for crochet and accounting. And so, of course, if I don't use something like American Sign Language finger spelling, it doesn't stay in there. Trying not to hit this on the table, but I'm not doing the best job. Also, I'm sorry about the camera keeps going in and out of focus. Yeah, the only thing I can kind of remember with American Sign Language is the swear words. But then I also know swear words in German, Japanese, and French, because, you know, you can get away with saying things in polite company if they don't understand what language you're speaking. I have to be careful. I can't say swear words in Spanish where I live because people are going to know. But Japanese and French, not so much. German, yeah, there's a German around here. There we go. I think that's enough yellow. Maybe a little bit more to try and get it with that dark green. There we go. This is the most tedious part of these shawls, is the tassel part. Yes, Americanized English. I love it. It's awesome. One of my coworkers, he's actually from the UK, and he and I are the only ones who spell the word favorite, color. Yeah, there's a couple words we both spell the same, but that's because when I was a little kid, one of the book series I read a lot of was the classic Doctor Who book versions of the old episodes, the old like 1966 to 1989 episodes by Target brand books, not Target, the store that we all know and love here in America, but there's actually a publishing house called Target. So, you know, I know what torch means, boot, lorry, all of that. It's kind of cool working with a British coworker. But yeah, outside of this, oh wait. So you say you speak American too? What's your native language? If you don't mind me asking. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Oh, cool. That's neat. Let's see. Oh, what I said, I didn't say anything about my mom, but what I was saying earlier was that I work with a coworker who's British, and we're the only ones who spell words like color and favorite the same way, because I read a lot. Like when I say I was young when I read these books, I was young. I was like 6, 7 years old, and they spelled words like color and favorite, and then they referred to torches, which is flashlights, boot, which is the trunk of your car, lorries, which is the trucks out there, the big trucks. So I kind of know those terminology before the American English terminology. But I just thought it was cool that I work with a British coworker. And I learned those by reading the old classic Doctor Who books that were published by the Target publishing house. Not Target as in the American store company, but I guess there was a publishing company back in the late 80s, late 90s. I don't know. I think one of my oldest books is published in the 1970s. All right, so that should be enough of the, I think this is called burnt orange. Feels like it might be enough. Yeah, should be enough for the tassels. One more color left after this, and then I can start attaching the tassels. Yay. Ah. It's all wrinkly, kind of like ramen. It's like ramen noodles. Forbidden ramen. Bamboo ramen. Got one more color left to go. And this one, all the others were center pulls. This is not a center pull, so this one's going to be... Yeah, I'm pretty sure this color is burnt orange. Might be burnt sienna. I have to look it up. I guess I could ask the Amazon listening device what color a burnt sienna is a shade of, but I'll let it play the music. I'm going to put this down and off to the side and hopefully it'll work okay. Let's get this last color done so I can add these tassels. I'll be meeting up with my friend who this is a gift for tomorrow morning. So maybe I can get it finished tonight. I don't think so. So I have a method on how I do the tassels. It's a 5-strand and I kind of want to do each of the colors in a particular order. But we'll see. I'm going to probably take this off camera and do it, or right here real quick. Wish there was a less, what would you call this? A less janky way of measuring the yarn that I need for these tassels. But if it works, don't fix it, right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. A little bit more. Uh-oh. It got knotted up. No. I was so close to being done with this. I suppose I can... Oh, come on. Yeah, you know what? I'll go from here, and if I need more, then I need more. Well, thank you. All right. Move this out of the way. I'll untangle that later. Now I get to go on to the tassel making part. Ooh. Oh, I'm glad I didn't drop that. That would have been a mess. I need a big hook for this. 5.5, 6. Just need to separate the colors now. Maybe I should have done that in the first place, but oh well. Yeah, I definitely should have kept these separate. Oh, that's okay. Hindsight, right? Not too bad. A few stragglers. There we go. And these are kind of actually already divided. Woohoo! So there's the green. Let me move this yarn out of the way. The other projects I'm working on, a dark tan. Dark tan. This one? It might be the shading. This one is... Where did I put... Oh. Brand is Loops and Thread. I got this at Michael's. Rayon from Bamboo. This one is Banana. This one's Margarita. Looks like I need more Margarita. Haha. This one, this is either burnt orange or burnt sienna. I'm pretty sure it's burnt orange. And then I know that there's a purple here. Let me get it out of the way. It's called Boysenberry. But these colors are very close to the colors that are the quintessential Fiesta, San Antonio Fiesta colors. Fiesta in San Antonio happens here in April. And it's a big deal. Oh, I'm actually doing pretty good at separating these. Thank goodness. right, that's all, almost all the oranges. There's a little bit there, a little bit of this. I forgot what color this is. I think it's deep sea or deep teal, but let me get these organized real quick so I can take one from each. Because my plan, when I made the original version of this shawl, I used 5 strands for each tassels. Yeah, I should have kept it separate from the beginning, but it's okay. I did it eventually. Go. Yay! All right, so I'm going to use 1 strand from each. I hope I like how it looks. Otherwise, I'll just do strands of 5 of each color in just a rotating pattern. Okay. Yeah, making the mistakes is how we end up getting good at something. We know what not to do in the future, right? All right. So get this set up. How do I want to do this from below? Ta-da! There we go. I don't know. Do I want to do alternating? I think it's okay for them all to be joined together. It'll just take time. But yeah, mistakes is how we learn. How all of humanity, all of our accomplishments are all due to mistakes that we've made. There we go. And then even though it's not quite the same length, that's okay because I'm going to trim it with my rotary cutter. I need a size 8 hook maybe. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm sure we'll be. I had a volunteer event earlier today from my company, and she was there. So I brought this shawl with me that was still quite a work in progress. I hadn't done the edge yet. I wanted to make sure it still fit, like it would be long enough for her. And she really liked it. Her favorite color is emerald. And I was actually going to make her an emerald shawl, but she had commented that she would like one in a Fiesta. Now, she said it as an offhanded comment. I felt like, oh, yeah, I'd love a shawl like that, just in, San Antonio Fiesta colors. And I was like, cool. I'm going to go find the yarn that I need to do it. So I did. And this yarn is super soft. Here we go. Yeah, I like that. That actually looks good. It marries all the colors together. All right, let's see if I can get a couple of these set up. Do I hurt my fingers while doing this? No. If you mean like, does crocheting hurt my hands? Surprisingly, no. Maybe it's because I'm double jointed. But in terms of doing this part, it doesn't hurt my hands either. In fact, I've been crocheting, I feel like a minimum of 2 hours a day for months now. And my hands are fine. But again, I think it's just because I'm double jointed. Is this the right side? Yes. Whew. I was about to be worried. So, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing it, but Janae, or maybe Jean, or Joan. I'm not sure the language of origin, but what's the coolest thing you've sewn? Oh, that's cool. Now, don't take this any sort of way, but was there anything interesting about this shirt, like a pocket or the design, or was just the fact that you got to make clothes for your doll that was made it that made it the coolest thing you've ever made? Trying to pre-set up some of my tassels real quick. I'll get like 4 tassels set up and then I'll join them. So I'm not constantly having to pick up my crochet hook and then put it back down. There we go. Oh, that's so cool. It's really neat. It's a really cool job too, biomedical engineer. I hope my daughter in the future, when she talks to her kids about me, she's like, oh yeah, she was so cool. She was an accountant. He was so cool. Her dealing with numbers. I don't know. Hopefully she'll think my job is interesting when she gets older. But biomedical engineer, that's a really cool job. Or I should say it sounds like a really cool job. I wouldn't know. I just deal with numbers. Here we go. Ooh. Yeah. I'm feeling like this would look better if they were separate though. Because everything else is kind of separate. I don't know. These are obviously not separate, so. Yeah, I think it's okay. All right, I'll go set up some more. I'm going to have to probably join these and tie them off because this is, even though I pulled this tight, it's still kind of loose. So this doesn't have a really good grip to it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. We set up some more. Oh, that's so cool. I just pulled out exactly 4. Trying to figure out the fastest way to set this up. See? Huh. Let's see. Biomedical engineer. Heart surgeries. Maybe things like heart valves? Or even bio makes me think, biological materials. So it could be things like, I know, at least I think they've had like heart transplants where they've been able to, and I may be wrong, but transplant like pig hearts or cow hearts to people in his work. But either way, that's really cool. All right, almost done with the yellow. Stay on your side, buddy. 1, 2. No worries. Did I remember to grab orange? Yes, I did. Okay. There we go. So I got 4 of these sets set up, so I can join these shortly. Just gotta try and get all their length together. That's a risk I'm gonna have to take putting it over that, but that's okay. Go. Probably gonna do these ones and then call it a night. I was kind of hoping to have this done before tomorrow, but there ain't no way. I'm gonna leave the house by 7 a.m. Oh, that was all of them. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Well, when this is finished, I'll probably upload a YouTube short to show it off on the mannequin before I give it to its intended recipient. Sorry, I was reading your comment. I'm not sure. Maybe there was a misunderstanding. I've got to leave the house at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning so I can meet my friend for a hike we were planning on doing. Oh no! The orange came out. No! Okay, that's alright. I can fix it. I can fix it. If I can't fix it, well, if I can't fix it this way, I'll just fix it the other way. Nope, that ain't gonna work. So, fix it this way. Here we go. Yeah, since I gotta be up by at least 6:30 so I can be ready for the hike, get like all dressed and stuff, I have to leave it. I'm gonna have to go to bed. Oh no, go to bed sooner rather than later. Yeah, hikes are nice. especially when the weather's nice. Obviously, a hike's not going to be nice if it's, well, I guess depending on the person, if it's super, super cold out or just icky in general. Obviously, if you're doing something like the Appalachia Trail hikes, you're kind of stuck with whatever weather you get. Let me switch over to a bigger hook. Maybe this will work better. Yeah, hikes are nice. We got the Government Canyon State Park, about an hour drive from me, and then there's the Gardner State Park, about an hour and a half drive from me, and they're both really nice. Then there's the Guadalupe River State Park, which is like an hour and 15 minutes from me. There we go. It's pretty good. I'm getting along there pretty well. Gosh, I just want to stay up all night and finish the rest of these, but I know that's doing a disservice to future me. It's going to be on a hike absolutely miserable because I'm tired. So I'm going to have to call it a night. But I really should look up how to pronounce your name. There's a coworker of mine. Her name is pronounced Janae, but it's like pronounced how it's spelled. It's Jenae. So I'm so used to that, and I'm pretty sure yours is not pronounced that way. Thinking like maybe Joan, like a French pronunciation. But yeah, it's fantastic seeing your chats tonight and talking to you. But yeah, when I do finish this, I'll upload a short. I hope you have a great night. Oh, yeah, I think that looks really good. All right, bye. Figure out how to, there we go.